What's up, everybody? I'm here in the cabin. We're getting ready to record an episode, and a storm just blew up. And when I say a storm, I mean a storm. So I'm inside the cabin, got here a little earlier. Cody is stuck outside. Check this out. All right, stick around. We're coming back here in a minute.
Hey guys, what's up? Well, welcome back for another episode. Just want to give a shout out to the Ready Safe Survival Tins and the Head Cleaner. We still have the survival tins, so if you would like a couple, be sure to comment in the video below and we will get you those along with a hat. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The button. It's taking forever. Okay.
You what? You already hit the button?
I hit the button.
You already hit the button.
Hit the button.
Take 12. You give me a hard time about this whole take 2,300 and whatever the heck. So we're gonna go with take 12.
It is fucking raining.
It is raining like crazy. And I shot an intro video. Y'all get to see it. It's pretty damn funny because I got smart and got up here a little before him, and it was raining pretty good when I got here, but not like this.
Not like it is now.
And then I looked down and noticed my phone was going off. And I'm like, who's that? It was this guy sitting in his car outside. And it is a tsunami.
All I said was, fuck this.
Yeah.
Said I'm sitting here for a minute.
Yeah.
So.
But welcome back. Yeah.
We're going to start this off with a drink. Because I need a drink.
We're going to start this off with a drink.
We're going to start it off with one of these new things.
So we got some new ones to try.
I didn't know what to buy. Living in a small town sucks because they don't have a big selection. Living in Fort Scott sucks. You go to Nevada, their liquor stores have way more selection than ours.
All right, let's start off with whatever I grabbed here.
I have no idea what these are.
They're called Beach Day. This one's lemon ice.
Oh, yeah?
They're 5%. They contain alcohol. No kidding.
No shit. The lady at the liquor store was rude about it.
Really say if it's a seltzer, what it is. They're just called Beach Days. So,
well, that's
good. Oh,
good.
it smells good.
My grandma just texted me about my grandpa.
It smells kind of like a lemon lime soda.
Yeah, we've said that before.
No, I mean this really does. This smells like a Sprite or a 7-Up or something. I don't know. It's a Beach Days.
Ooh, it does.
Yeah, it smells kind of like summertime. I mean, this might be something you sit in the pool and drink.
Summertime.
It almost looks like a lemonade.
Oh, this one actually has color.
Yeah. That's kind of scary. We'll see. Smells good. All right. Ooh, what'd you think?
Okay. It
I
tastes
didn't
like
try
a
it
pop.
yet. Does it really?
Yeah. It tastes like a pop.
Shut the front door.
Like, I don't even taste any alcohol.
No.
And that's fucking
Wow.
crazy.
And I'm not usually a lemon fan either. That's why I just grabbed this one first. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's
I think the other ones are going to be even better.
There's 4 flavors. There's peach.
Yeah, there was a black
blue raspberry.
No, there
Yeah.
was a black cherry. I thought
Fucking
a watermelon.
watermelon, peach.
I didn't see
something.
a peach. If there's a peach, that might be good.
Yeah.
The watermelon ought to be good if it's as good as this.
Mhm.
That's pretty handy.
Oh. Happy draft day.
Yeah, it
NFL
is.
Draft day.
It is.
Hopefully Sketch is there.
I was gonna say, do we think he's gonna make it?
I mean, if he just pulled his hamstring.
Was it a pull or a tear though?
I don't.
Because they were loading him up in an
This is
ambulance.
one of those things you looked on, like when it first happened, everyone was like, he tore his ACL. And I'm like, he didn't make a lot of.
I thought it was hamstring.
Well, and like when it first happened, people were saying he tore his ACL. and then it led to like a hamstring issue because he got up and like walked, and the way he was limping, he was holding his fucking upper part of his leg, and I'm like,
Right.
your ACL's not up there; it's on
No.
the side of your knee.
Right.
And so, I mean, I don't know, but
Well, that ought to be interesting to see if he makes
I
it.
know I have to watch the whole fucking draft now to see if he's gonna be on it.
I mean, honestly, I don't even really know of any names, any up and comers that are gonna be
Oh, I do.
just crazy good. Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
You're ate up with that
If
stuff.
the
I'm
guy that
not.
gets drafted first, it's Jesus. He's the one that said he wanted, like his dad was like, I want stock in that. Like he basically wants his son to be as a rookie, like a part owner of the team.
Really?
And I'm like, I think Patrick Mahomes kind of started that.
Oh, Mahomes, I think was the original
you can't
great.
legally. I'm pretty sure if you're an active player, you can't legally be an owner of a team, like of the sport you play in. Like Mahomes is like soccer and
Well, and
baseball.
he's a partial owner in the Royals.
Yeah, but he can't be the Chiefs because he's an active player in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be like
Okay.
playing.
So
for
it
your
just
own
it's just the
team.
sport you're in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact or not, but yeah, we're recording on Thursday because someone has to be romantic over here.
Hey, it's I've been married to my wife for 6 years. That's kind of a big deal. So we're going to the city. Got us a room up at the casino up there, and we're gonna go eat some fancy Italian food. And
Just remember, all on black.
see, I struggle with that. I can't just bet it all on black because my lucky number, if I'm playing roulette, my lucky number is 21, and that's a red number.
Yeah, true. I don't.
I have a slot of numbers that I play.
Yeah.
Or I call it a pocket because they're either lucky numbers of. I mean, there's multiples. I do 22 because Rid's birthday is the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
I do 33, and I'm not even sure why. My brother-in-law got me started on 33, and 33 has always done good for me. And I do 36. I do 21 because the very first time I played roulette was on my 21st birthday, and I put $7 on 21, and it hit straight up. It was the last $7 I had in my pocket.
I don't know the odds to that.
I always play 23 because of Michael Jordan.
Jesus.
Always. I mean, I have all these.
Michael Jordan.
Always play Michael Jordan.
See how many Masters did Tiger win? You might want to put.
Oh
on
no,
that
no,
one too.
no! I don't even deal with Tiger because I mean, I like golf. I like to show full swing.
Yeah.
But to just sit down and watch golf, it's not got enough going on for me.
I enjoy playing it.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I enjoy drinking beer and driving the golf cart.
Yeah. I enjoy playing golf.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but that's really good.
We planned on shooting guns today.
We planned on shooting guns today, and Mother Nature had other plans.
Yeah.
She decided to water the garden.
Okay,
A
it's water.
lot.
It's fucking.
A
Someone
lot.
left the hose.
It's probably going to
You know
flood.
what's funny is I was driving down National to go to 12th Street to go over
Right.
to, and the Lions Mansion.
Yeah.
Next to that's that big fancy house.
Right.
They had their fucking sprinkler system on,
I don't think they need it.
and I'm like, it's probably on a
Some of them
timer.
are on timers, and they just automatically come
yeah,
on.
and I'm like, I think you might want to go turn that.
Might want to
off,
turn
'cause
that
it's
off.
not
You could
doing
save on your water bill today.
any fucking good.
Yeah, no, you could save on your water bill.
Right.
Don't need a sprinkler when a fire hose is currently going on.
Oh, no shit.
YouTube's doing good. You
And-
guys have
You like the gun videos?
you like the gun videos. YouTube has bumped up in the last 15 days.
But shockingly, that's going to happen more because the weather's going to be nicer.
Oh, the weather's
In the
getting nice.
wintertime, it was kind of just bullshitting because when it's 10 fucking degrees outside.
And we got some other shooting videos planned.
Mm-hmm.
Got some new guns coming.
Mm-hmm.
Again. That's
Yeah,
a
right.
sickness.
I haven't thought of
sickness.
my next one yet. I don't know
My
what
next
I
one's
want.
already
But
set.
yeah, you've already started. I don't know what my next one's going to be. I don't know.
God, that little
Look
rocket
at
is awesome.
The gym made me fucking tired today.
Well,
God.
I mean, I sat down today, or sat down. I pulled up today, and
Mhm.
I got there early because we get out of work early to
Mhm.
pick up Rid from school,
Just
and
take a nap.
I started watching Theo Vaughn and Sketch
Oh, yeah.
that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing I know, my kid's climbing in the truck, and he's like, "Wake up, dude!" I leaned the seat back a little bit, and I figured out how to wedge my phone in the steering wheel
To where you can watch it?
sideways, so I didn't have to break my neck looking down at it. leaned back, started watching it. Next thing I know, I'd take a nap. I took a good nap. Like literally the last bell went off and kids were coming out of the school and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a thing until he opened the door and I was like, oh, wow. And you know that confused wake up? I'm like, and he's trying to talk to me and I'm like, yeah, okay. It was that. I guess I needed it. Didn't even realize it.
I wanted to take a nap. I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
Did not have time. What was I going to say?
Awkward silence.
No, I was going to bring up your little fishing experience the other day. You had some fun with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we went to a place that I've never had permission before. And a buddy of mine got permission, and he just accidentally said, hey, want to go fishing? I got permission over here. It was cool.
Yeah.
Caught ton. Top 6 were anywhere from 4 to 4.5 pounds. Like they were banging them plastic worms, and I'm like, this is cool. I don't really miss fishing in the winter because I got hunting to keep me busy.
Yeah.
But then when hunting season kind of slows down, and I've killed so many turkeys, it just doesn't have the appeal to me anymore.
Excite me too much.
Well, and this year, in particular, the turkey population's down in Kansas.
Really?
Down bad. And I don't know it to be true, but from what I've heard, it's because they were using chicken shit, basically, as fertilizer, and they're getting them from these chicken farms, and they said the avian bird flu, it spread it pretty thick, and it killed the turkey population. Plus, I mean, they say that in the same breath, the out-of-state hunters didn't help.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying bad because I love out-of-state hunters, and I love being able to travel and go to different states and hunt and all that stuff. So don't take that out of context. But where I think Kansas kind of screwed up is even if you're from out of state, you could get two turkeys.
Yeah.
That's too many. I mean, at the end of the day, it's too many because if the residents can get 2 turkeys,
yeah,
in the spring, plus we had a fall season, so you could buy a fall turkey tag. And while I'm in the deer stand,
I thought we didn't have a fall season.
We didn't this year.
Oh,
They canceled it this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, in previous years, you got 2 spring turkeys you can kill and a fall turkey, so that's 3 per person. And you know as well as I do, because we have a pretty good hunting opportunities in our area.
Mm-hmm.
We get a lot
it's fucking
of
nuts.
out-of-state hunters.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And so you put all those out-of-state hunters in with the in-state hunters, and they're killing 3 turkeys a piece a year. It ain't going to take long.
No.
And I know they did that originally because the population was getting so big. And, like, people were hitting more turkeys with their cars than they were deer. I mean, there was nothing to see a semi on the side of the road and a turkey in the cab come right through the windshield. And I actually know a guy I used to work with when I was at the trailer place there. He came out to the old shop and picked up some stuff and was on his way to the new shop. And he had a Ford F-350 Super Duty diesel, fancy dually truck. He had a turkey in his passenger seat. It come right through the windshield.
Jesus.
And tore his truck up pretty good. Speaking of hitting stuff and tearing vehicles up.
Oh, you're talking about Justin?
Yeah. So, I mean, my phone doesn't ever ring at 4 o'clock in the morning when I get up to go to work. Unless it's you or Gavin, possibly. And you're like, something's going on. I'm going to be a few minutes late. Or can you come pick me up?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah. I
get in my truck. And it's like 4:15, and I'm going down the gravel, and my phone goes off, and it, quite frankly, scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is going on? And I look down, and it's Austin. So I answered it, and he's like, hey, my oldest nephew, Justin, has had, I'm not sure how that's working, GT, 5.0 GT Mustang. I mean, super badass.
I don't think my grandma knows how to use dots very well. Like whenever you're typing, and, like, you make something dramatic, you put a bunch of dots at the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, she told me that my grandpa's colonoscopy was clear of
good.
more colon cancer and all
good,
that
good.
stuff. We have to go back for 3 years. And I was like, well, good. I hope it stays that way for the next 3 years and even longer than that.
For sure.
And she goes, I do too, with like 17 dots.
Hey, she
I'm like,
does too.
Was that a dramatic?
That was a dramatic I do too.
I'm just like, I don't think you needed that many
Right?
fucking dots.
But no, he called me and he's like, hey, I need you to stop on the highway and pick us up. I'm like, where you at? He goes, oh, you'll see us. We got the flashers on. They weren't sure what they hit. This is the reason I drive a truck, not a car. You're driving a Mustang and it's 3 inches off the ground. You can't hit anything.
No.
Anything. And they hit a 65 or 70 pound beaver.
Like, was it alive or was it already dead?
It wasn't alive when I seen a picture of it.
Okay, I just didn't know like if it was fucking crossing the
I'm
road.
guessing it was alive.
The
but-
groundhog that lives next to my house looks like a 70-pound fucking beaver.
This thing looked like you shot a cannon off into the grill of a 2022
I've
or
seen
23
raccoons do the
Mustang.
same fucking thing.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
It took the whole front end, and he said it didn't sound that bad because where I picked him up was a good 1.5 or 2 miles down the highway.
Yeah.
He's like, it just went thump thump, and they were good, and they kept on going. He said, and he looked down, and all the gauges pegged, so he just shut it off and coasted to the edge of the road. Well, of course, when I got there, the whole road soaked, radiator fluids everywhere, and I'm guessing, I don't know if it was his air conditioner got a radiator for it, or if it's his transmission or what, but it's in front of the radiator. It's a smaller radiator. Not a mechanic, so don't judge.
Isn't that transmission cooler?
It may be I thought it was a tranny cooler, but I've also seen that.
Transmission cooler.
That's what I said, a tranny cooler.
It's 2024, bud.
Tranny. I said tranny, and I meant it
think
like
they
a
just
Turbo
use fans
400 tranny.
On their balls.
Huh?
I said they
It's-
probably just use fans on their balls.
Yes, and it's not rainbow colored. It was a tranny. A non-rainbow tranny. Let's put it that way. Okay, if that works. But if it was that or the compressor cooler for the air conditioning, anyway, it had shoved it all the way back on the bottom and folded it in half, pushed the radiator into the motor, and the whole front end of it was just a V. Never even touched the
Perks
hood.
of a plastic car.
Oh, I'm telling you. And
They're
so I get up there
fiberglass,
and I'm
they're
like,
fucking
you know,
amazing.
you got insurance. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
And I said, do you have roadside assistance? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, then call them. He's like, it's 4 a.m. I said, so what? It's 24
Yeah,
hours.
it's 24 hours.
Call them. They'll come tow it right to the dealership for you. And he goes, really?
And then if your insurance, if you have the right insurance, they'll even give you a rental car.
He didn't need a rental car, but they would, because he's got his big Ford that he could drive too. And it was funny. He goes, why this had to happen this morning, I have no idea. He said, I kind of wish it was the truck. And I'm like, don't say that. He goes,
I think you'd have went over it with a truck.
he goes, well, yeah, for sure. But he's talking like just to hurt it.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, I really like the car. He's like, the truck I could do without. And I'm like, oh, see, I'm totally the opposite. I like the truck and thought he was crazy when he bought the car. He says the car was his midlife crisis.
Really?
He said he's 30, which he ain't even old enough to have a midlife crisis yet. Shit, I think I'm still getting there. When do you have those? Is that like 50?
I think it's as random as hell.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm 46. I don't believe I've had mine yet.
I believe my dad had his. He bought a Harley, a new boat, a new truck. All this shit he didn't need.
I need to make a list of things I want to buy when I have my midlife crisis.
Yeah, but then you're going to be broke.
Do you know what it feels like to have a midlife? I mean, does
I'm
it,
fucking 33.
I know, but I'm saying, is it a feeling? Is
I
it
don't
a
know, it's like-
thought?
Is,
How do you
isn't
determine?
that like menopause for women? No.
No, that's called menopause.
Man, we have that problem?
I hope not.
That's just called erectile dysfunction.
ED. There's Blue Chew for that, so I hear.
So did you see when you went to the vape store, did you see the iPhone that looked like a fucking taser?
No.
So when
No, I
was in
literally
there-
walked in because you guys have ruined me, and it was raining, and I knew I wouldn't be able to go out and stand on the deck of the cabin and smoke, and I thought, I'll buy me one of these little things. God.
No,
This is so
when I
good.
was in there the other day, you check out the thing.
Uh-huh.
Right there, there's a little like display case
Uh-huh.
on top of where they have all the knives and shit.
Right.
And
They have knives in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
right
pay
underneath the
attention.
register.
Didn't even pay attention. I'm going to have to look.
There's a taser.
They're probably Pakistani little cheap knives.
That easy.
No
there,
offense to the Pakistans, but you make shitty metal.
True.
I'm telling you.
There's a fucking taser that looks like an iPhone.
Nice.
And I was like, that's a terrible fucking idea.
Why?
And he's like, why? And I was like,
You
'cause
forget
I grabbed
and
the
put it to
wrong
your head?
fucking phone and shocked the shit out of myself. And
Tase
he
yourself
goes,
in the
I
ear.
bet you do it once. And I'm like, but what if you have the same? It's a white iPhone.
What if you don't wake up?
And that's
I
just
mean,
it.
I've
You
seen
just
people
fucking
tase
end it.
themselves, but never in the ear.
Yeah,
That
like
would suck.
or like you have it in your pocket, and you reach in there to grab it, and you hit the button, and fucking
Oh.
just make your leg go numb.
I wasn't even thinking my leg. If it's in my pocket, it's too close to something else.
Too close to
Hot
the
nuts.
dickabos.
Hot
Yeah,
nuts.
no shit. But yeah, I seen that, and I was like, God. And then I got to looking at tasers, and some of them fucking tasers,
Some of them are mean. They are mean.
10,000 fucking.
Yeah, we
volts.
got on that kick back in the day when I was bartending, and one of the
It's like a
girls that
fucking pop.
bartended on the nights I wasn't there, she kept a taser behind the bar,
Hmm.
and of course one of my buddies, he said, "Let me tase you, and I'll let you tase me."
I've
I'm
done
like-
that with a shock collar.
I'm like, "Why do I have to go first?" And he goes, "Well, because it was your idea." I was like, "No, you just said, let me tase you." I mean, it was clearly his idea and everything. And I thought, oh, well, And then, of course, you got your other locals and regulars that come in and they're all like, no balls. I'm like, okay, fine. So if you ever decide you want to let somebody tase you, leave your shirt down. Just saying.
Skin contact would burn.
Oh, it does. It left
Yeah.
I got scars.
Yeah.
So I pulled my shirt up. I was like, all right, just do it on my rib cage. I'm thinking center mass got to be least painful than like on a hand or an arm or yeah, no.
So I have 2 taser stories.
So he lit me up.
Yeah.
And I never flinched or nothing. I just put my hand behind my head and I'm like, hurry up and do it. Hurry up and do it. And he just stuck her to me like 10,000 volts. And it was wow. Oh, it was good. So then he hands it to me. And I was like, all right, your turn. And every time I'd get close to him and he'd hear that, he'd run. And I'm like, all right, dude, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You are going to let me tase you because I stood still and I let you burn me.
Yeah.
Because it did. It burned 2 spots. So finally, we're going back and forth. And I'm like, all right, just let me do it. Hold your arm up. And he holds his arm up and he goes like this. And every time I try to touch him, he'd kind of shy away from me. I just hit him in the neck. He kept shying away from me, and I just moved it up, went pop, and hit him right on the side of the neck. This dude is 6'3", and 200 and
He folded.
folded him. I felt so bad because that's concrete floor, and he dropped.
Yeah.
And damn near hit his head on the bar because he was in the pass-through of the bar. Damn near hit his head on the bar when he went down, and I thought, oh, my God, I killed him. And he gets up, and he looks at me, and he wasn't even mad. He goes, damn, wasn't expecting that. I was like, no, I bet you wasn't. I was like, that was a good one. And so needless to say, then from then on, every time we got just a little bit tipsy, the taser came out.
come out.
Yeah.
So my mom had one because she lived by herself, and it looked like a pack of Newport cigarettes.
Really?
And when she got sick, my grandma and my aunt on my dad's side they were like, well, she's in the hospital. We're going to go over and help her out. We'll clean her house a little bit, just do like some small things, and we'll get her some food, whatever.
Please, dear
for
God,
when
tell
she
me
comes
they
out.
lit themselves up.
So my aunt was in there cleaning my mom's room up and seeing this, what looked like a pack of Newport cigarettes. And she's like, oh, well, she grabbed them. And when she went to shake them, she hit the button on
And
the
it
top
lit her up.
and it fucking hit her hand. And I guess she screamed bloody fucking murder and freaked
It's
out.
my strong hand.
Because that fucking taser went off
Oh,
when she went to
my.
do this, and it fucking just fucking got her.
Yeah.
So the story, I got tased. Not gonna throw out any of the police officers' names.
Police officers. Oh, you got a
We
good
were.
one.
Oh no, it was
Did
voluntary.
you get the shot probes
So
or
it
just
was-
a gun?
Me, Logan, Randall and Bryce Daly, and Ross Holt.
Ah.
We were at the Newell's house,
Oh, Russell.
and we were all been drinking, and
I can't
So,
imagine
one of the
anything involving alcohol with that name.
one of the cops showed up. Just he was a friend of the family's.
Yeah.
And we convinced him to tase us. He's like, well, I can't shoot you with it because like
They have to report those
They
every
have-
time
well-
that cartridge is fired.
So another police officer showed up, which we knew him too.
Right?
And so you got all of
Once
us
again, there's another reason
lined up
good to live in a small town
in a line in the
because
front
it's
yard,
fun.
hammered. He goes, okay, so Somehow Ross convinced them to shoot him with it.
Really?
And so we started with us first. We all just got dry stunned. And Randall, then Bryce, then me, then Logan. They're like, okay, you ready? And we're like, he's like, they verified with the parents first, yada, 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 it's okay, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah. And so we're standing there, Billy and my dad, sitting there drinking, looking at us like fucking idiots. I look out of the corner of my eye because they're like, spread your legs, whatever, and just look straight. Don't look down because there was a fucking street light behind us and it was shining through our legs and you could see them moving. And I look over at the corner of my eye. I just watched Randall fold.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, this is a bad
I'm
idea.
next.
And about that fucking time when I said bad idea, they both went pop, pop, and they got Bryce, then fucking me. I didn't pass out. He got me square between my shoulder blades.
Ow.
And I fucking fell to the ground. And I could have swore he fucking went down with me a little bit and didn't just hit it. I think it was on purpose because, they chased us a lot on folders and shit. And I look over and Logan's like, this is fucking the worst idea ever. And about that time, we all get up and we're kind of like coming to, and we're like, fuck, that was rough. Ross is standing there.
And folds.
And he's like, so I grab one arm, Randall grabs another arm, and Logan's in front of him. And Ross is like, all right, so well, then you see the laser on the ground. And he's like, okay, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1.
Taser, taser, taser.
And no, he's just 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to shoot. So that way you're not expecting it, you're just expecting the 1, and then you don't know when it's going to happen.
Right.
Oh my fucking God. We seen 3, 2, 1. I watched that laser go from the ground and disappeared, and about that time, Ross got very heavy and wouldn't stop shaking and pissed his pants. Well, he was drunk as one.
Right.
Dude, he comes up after he's all done. He's like, "Oh God, I hurt so bad." And he comes up, and they just take the thing off and discharge it, and they go up there, and they're like,
"You got to pull the probes out." Then
that's not really the bad part. And Ross is like, "What's the bad part?" Billy walks up with his pliers and just starts fucking yanking them fucking deals out. Ross has got blood going all down his fucking back.
They said those hurt. They said those hurt.
Well, yeah,
worse
they like
than
go in and they like fish.
They're
hook.
barbed.
Yeah,
they're just like a straight. They have one barb, and they're just like a straight fishing hook.
Yeah,
and they go in probably a half inch or better.
Billy Newell walked up with pliers, and just fucking yanked them bitches out.
Ow!
And then we sat around for a while drinking and thought how dumb we were.
Yeah.
And tasers are, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be fucking tased a bunch of times or shot once.
I'm telling you right now, if it comes to that kind of stuff in self-defense, I think I would rather be tased. The worst one in my mind is pepper spray. Have you ever had that?
In the balls, huh?
Pepper spray.
I've seen those paintball guns that shoot the fucking paintballs.
No, I'm talking full-on pepper spray to the face.
No.
It is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my whole life.
You volunteered for that?
No,
okay.
no. So, in high school, in my day, we had keg parties. So we all, somebody's property.
Like that's still a thing.
Yeah, but not
People
like it used to be. Like,
well, no, because I think they kind of shy away from kegs.
They shy away from partying anymore because the cops are
pricks.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but times have changed.
I had one follow me to O'Reilly's with my brake light,
and really.
Yeah, he didn't stop. Like he followed me in there. When I got out, he looked at me and looked at him, and I just did this, and he just drove off.
Cops are different because kids are different,
right?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not blaming anybody because the world itself as a whole is different. But back when we were doing it, we knew if we went out in the country somewhere on somebody's property and went out driving around the county, risking somebody's life, we were good. And so, I had a 79 Jeep Wagoneer with a big lift kit and a badass motor, and it was a 4-wheeling machine, and I could fit about 8 people in it. So anytime we went to a keg party, I drove. So we go into town, we load everybody up. I got a couple of my buddies and their girlfriends, a couple of other guys that we went to school with, and a couple girls. And one or two of the girls jumped in the front seat with me because it had them great big bench seats. So you could fit like 4 people in each bench seat. So we had, I don't remember, 2 or 3 people up in the front with me. And we're on our way out. I will never forget this till I die because we're on our way out of town in Pleasanton. And judge me if you want. Smoking cigarettes was cool back then, and everybody had cigarettes, and everybody had different taste in them. They were just like these little things, and so I don't remember who it was, but somebody said something about a menthol, and I'm like, I haven't had one of them in a long time. And this girl sitting right next to me in the car goes, "Here, I've got some," and she reaches in her purse. And as she pulls it out, she was one of them girls that had like 75 keychains.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like a lucky rabbit's foot and this big leather thing and this big fuzzy ball thing and all this stuff. And one of them was mace. And when she grabbed her keys, the way she grabbed it to pull it out, she just grabbed whatever keychain she could get a hold of and yanked it out. Well, the little keychain maces have a lock on them. Hers was broke. And it was in that little leather holster thing that was the keychain. And as she pulled that son of a bitch out, it could not have been more perfect or more bad. As she pulled it out, it was aimed right at my face. And it went off and shot me right in the right eye. Like, I'm talking, I seen the stream coming and it went across my face. And thank God my nose stopped it from getting my left eye as bad.
Yeah.
That's the most brutal pain, instant pain you've ever had in your whole life.
Have you seen those police trainings where they have to get sprayed
Oh, yeah.
in the face?
Yeah,
And
dude,
then
I'm
gotta,
telling
like,
you.
do all the hit and shit.
I'm telling you.
Top resisting.
Yeah, the way they make them continue to do their job while they have that in their face.
Yeah. Even
I
like
can
correctional officers have to do it.
Yeah, I can tell you from personal experience, when that shit hits your eyes, you lose all train of thought. All you can think is, damn, that burns. That burns bad. And of course, I'm driving. And we're on the gravel, so we're probably doing 25, 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Not cool.
No.
You just shot the driver in the face that needs to see.
Trying not to wreck.
Yeah, and it's right at dusk, so it's not quite dark, but it's pretty dark. And I just slammed on the brakes. The whole back seat come up into the front seat with us. I mean, heads and bodies and everybody. Because, you know, wear seatbelts back then. They didn't have all the little dingers and everything. So we got a whole back seat full of people, and the whole back seat full of people come up into the front seat.
Yeah.
Long story short, I get out of my Jeep, and I am flailing like a freaking fish out of water. The shit is not cool. We didn't know anything about it other than it burned like hell. So instantly I'm thinking, I got to get this shit out of my face. I got to wash it off. Don't use water. You don't use water. Don't use water. It makes it burn worse. You're supposed to.
On your face?
No. But one of the girls had a bottle of water, and I'm like, give it here. And I just start squishing it in my face. Well, all that does is just make it worse.
Yeah.
Well, then it got in both.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, then it got in both eyes.
Oh, fuck.
And knowing what I know now, you're supposed to take a dry rag, your shirt or whatever, and wipe it away from your eyes in both directions. Don't use the same spot on the rag, because if you wipe it off of this eye and then use that same spot, you're putting it right in the other eye. I mean, it's nasty. Got it out of my eyes somewhat 20 minutes later, and I still look like I had just smoked the biggest bong on the planet because I'm bloodshot as shit. Can't function. We get to this keg party and everybody's like, why you been crying? I'm like, why don't you ask her? And I'm not going to mention her name because she genuinely felt like shit for doing it to me. And,
So after that point, she just carried a gun on a keychain.
I would rather be beat down by the biggest dude on the planet, punched right square in the face,
Don't they make
than
like
ever
bear
be
mace and
sprayed.
shit?
That bear spray's twice as bad.
Oh, could you imagine?
This was 1990s mace, which was nothing compared to the pepper spray and like the bear spray and the shit they got now. I can't even imagine the guys in the military that have to do OC gas.
Oh yeah.
You do that, you're a bad dude. Where they have to take their gas mask off in them chambers, take in 2 deep breaths, hold it, and then walk out of the gas chamber without a mask on. I only know that because a buddy of mine, when he was in the Marine Corps, had to do it.
Is that still a thing though?
CS gas. Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if it was
Absolutely.
one of those things they like took out because it was too harsh now.
No, that it's. I said it wrong the first time. It's OC spray, is what they give them, or what they use in the military. But it's CS gas. It's tear gas.
Yeah.
And it literally, I don't know how it works, but it opens up all the capillaries in your face. and your nose runs like a faucet, your eyes water like crazy, and you literally just lose function of just about everything. I'd rather be shot, I think, by a gun than have that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd definitely rather be tased. I didn't think the stun gun was bad at all.
Yeah.
I haven't got the probes.
Yeah.
Hope to never get them probes, but
I got the probes once. But
you were a
that
bad
was-
seed.
Huh?
I said you were a bad seed.
no, I just thought running was a good idea one
Oh,
time.
and dude, speaking of
And you fold like a fucking.
lawn dart,
Yeah, I mean, you're done.
lawn dart.
You're done.
Everything's moving and then it's not.
Give me
I-
another flavor.
I watched oh yeah, we need to try another one. We got 4. So I watched a video the other night of this guy went into a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of getting sprayed in the face, he went into a liquor store with a ball bat. And the guy come chasing him out, and he's standing in the parking lot screaming, come out here with this ball bat. Well, the guy walks out the liquor store door, the clerk or owner or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
with a giant can of bear spray and just squirts this
Oh,
dude right in the
fuck.
face. And the guy kind of starts wiping his face. He pulls his shirt up and he wipes his face, and he turns and he starts running at the guy toward the store, and he shoots him 3 more times in the face. This dude flops around on the ground like a freaking fish out of water, and I laugh so hard because I know that feeling.
Jesus.
All right, I know you like peach. That's going to be the next item up for bid.
Perfect.
I got to figure something out with this table. Flipping it down, give me more room. But you're like sitting here with it just pushed right up in your way. Can't get comfortable. Sorry. Moving around a lot here. All right, here's it's just straight peach. That's all it says is peach. Oh, and it's colored like peach too. I bet this is going to be good. What are you looking up over there?
I'm watching this dude on a bike yell at a fucking cop. Like, the cop stopped first at the stop sign,
Right?
and then the bikes rolled up to
Beach
like
days.
it was like an intersection, and then the guy on the bike's like, go.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, he's like, looking at him like, for what? We stopped at a stop sign, and he's like, and then turns his lights on, and he's like pointing at him, and then
To pull over?
and the guy's just like, and just sits right in the middle of the intersection. Just sit like not in the middle, but like at the stop sign. And he's like, "I'm not moving until you go first." And they were just having a standoff.
I have traveled a lot on a motorcycle, and I will say, not trying to say that give cops a bad name, because for the most part they're great. They are harder on guys on motorcycles,
Yeah,
than they are in cars. I understand that part of that is probably because of most guys on bikes think he ain't gonna catch me, and they take off, and he's not gonna catch you.
the
The
helicopter
radio
will.
will catch you. The helicopter will catch you.
Yeah,
He may not catch you, but it's self-inflicted.
I think some states also have that don't chase rule.
They do.
If
They
you
do.
go certain speed, they're just like, eh. But all I gotta do is get a fucking picture of your license plate.
There's so many ways around some of that stuff. Ooh, that smells peachy. Is it good?
These taste like fucking pop.
Peach pop. These taste like heartburn. That's what they taste like. They taste like I would be hammered and not even know why, because they go down so easy. That is
Right?
really good.
Right?
I bet I haven't looked.
I'm
I
gonna
bet
have
they-
to start.
I
we're
bet
gonna have
they
to
got a
start
lot
buying
of-
like actual liquor.
I bet they got a lot of calories. I'm trying to stay on the no calorie thing to keep my figure shrinking before we get on a plane and go to Jamaica. But I'm betting these got a lot of calories because they taste way too good to not. Are they? 240?
220.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm only having a half of a half. Anything
have
that
to start
tastes that
buying-
good, anything that tastes that good has to have calories.
I'm gonna start having to buy like hard liquor and just mixing random shit together.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
I got some, I thought about bringing it up and I'm like, nope, this is a Thursday. We can't do that because it's a school night. Got to go to work tomorrow. Yes, I said school night. But, I I've got a brand new bottle of Blackberry Bird Dog whiskey at the house. A buddy of mine bought it, come up, tried it.
Mm.
Well, it was the night we were shooting a podcast and they showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he brought it up and left it there. It's been sitting on the counter, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I've seen some reviews on different stuff they mixed it with that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of like to try it, but definitely going to have to do that on a non-school night.
You said
Because
school night.
If it tastes half as good as I think it's going to, yeah, going to be a hurting member on the next day.
Dude, I believe it when they say camera adds 10 fucking pounds.
Are you saying I look fat?
No, I'm fucking looking at me, and I don't know where the fuck this pudge fucking came from here.
If I push it out or I set back, I got the bump still.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of these videos,
And if you lean up like this, all you see is my chest.
if you look at some of these videos of us compared to what we look like now, you have grown and I have shrunk. I was relaxed fit in that one right there. Like my belt size was spandex. that was, yeah, my waist size was spandex. Had elastic. That one's not as bad. But
But
you
were also sitting in the recliner in that one.
But you look at some of them and it's like, oh my God, look at that bad boy sticking out there. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel better. Like this whole getting in shape thing, It sucks, but it's worth it. Like that last video you posted to me. See that little pooch I got?
Here?
Yeah. That's little compared to what it was. Like everything.
That's what my grandpa used to call Dunlap's disease.
Yeah, Dunlapped over your belt.
Yeah, it's Dunlapped over your belt.
Yeah, that's what my dad called a dicky do. It's where your belly sticks out further than your dicky do. Been there.
Okay.
Is that not politically correct to say? Dicky do?
Oh, I'm curious to see what's on TikTok.
Yeah. You know, I
Just a white ass fucking screen.
Something went wrong. It's called a rainstorm. The internet is not working good. Diapers to the beach.
For what? Oh,
I'll put all of her jewelry in.
that's dumb.
There's the old sketch. Tuesday. Special teams, special players, special plays. I bet I could take those kids. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
What's the deal with the finger? Has he ever said?
No.
I know he said he has. See, there it is. There it is. He can't not say it. What's the kid with him?
Jinxie.
Jinxie.
What's Brazzers, a basketball team? You know what Brazzers is?
No, I have no clue.
Cares.
What are they doing? This dude's about to
You'll
fall
never
over.
be able to stand again.
Oh, he's drunk.
No, that's from his doctor.
Oh, he's not drunk. He just injured.
He fucked up. You ever seen
Oh.
this guy?
KFC Cologne?
You ever seen this guy?
What is that really KFC Cologne? No, I've never. What does that say? Six-eyed scorpion? Oh no, that's some of that super hot stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
Why's he got WD-40? Surely he's not going to drink or eat WD-40. God, look at that. Spiced witch, six-eyed scorpion, and I can't tell.
Tones.
Oh, Papa
Chili.
Tones, that's chili oil.
Yeah. Look at his face.
Six-eyed scorpion oil. Look at that. It's just oil. You know that's got to be blazing ass hot. Like, I can't do spicy anyway.
Oh, he went back in.
Oh, my God. I watched a guy the other day, and he's one of
Bro,
them.
it got fucking dark in here.
Yeah, it got dark in here because it's getting dark outside because of that storm.
No, I need to fucking fix the lights.
Oh. Oh, he's going to put a whole chicken leg What is that in? Papa Tones to Extreme. Wow, I look good. Oh, sorry. Just had a moment there.
There.
Yeah, look at that. The old belly's shrinking down. Almost flat stomach.
I don't get it.
Man, I'm going to look so good on the beach.
That's Rainbow Six Siege, by the way.
Rainbow Six.
The
See, yeah, I feel like as much as I like guns and as much as I like shooting stuff and hunting and all that, I would probably enjoy that. And then I get set down and I start playing one of them games, and I'm terrible at it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, give me a gun, I'm tearing shit up. But give me a controller and I am lost. What is going on there? Power of prayer. What's he talking about? Hey, yelling about it. See, I wish I would have stayed awake to watch all of that.
He just talks about, like, how he prayed for everything that he's gotten.
That's awesome. So I watched a new challenge. Have you seen the whole challenge going around on social media where the husband and the wife paint each other?
Really? No.
They sit there and face each other with canvases and they paint. And then at the end,
Oh, yeah.
they hand it to them and compare.
Yeah, I've seen that.
My wife wants to do that.
It's fucking whistling.
It's
away.
whistling September. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Hey,
This dude cracks me up because he's not that old.
Yeah, it's a filter.
Yeah, he's like 40 years old, and he crushed a whole lot of people's dreams when they found out that he wasn't really an old guy. Goodbye, Xbox. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's... Oh, that's the Bam Margera interview with...
Yeah, I watched a lot of it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is he still... Him and Knoxville still on the outs?
Oh, yeah.
I know him and Steve-O and a bunch of the other guys made up, but they said... And I got to be honest.
Is this where he fucking... Is this where he does it?
I don't know.
That's Caleb Williams. That's the #1 draft pick.
That's the #1 draft pick?
He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot.
But a badass quarterback, apparently.
No.
No?
Yes, no.
You can't say no.
Watch. Oh.
Oh!
No, that's not when he did it.
Got slapped down, and he kept on to it. Oh, I seen how they did this the other day. It's a brace that goes up inside your leg and clips onto a board.
Yeah, and it makes you... Yeah. Oh.
Is that a... Shut up. That's a Chevy van. Look, it's going to roll over. No, it didn't.
I need to... So, I need to set that camera up so we can do reaction shit.
Yeah, because I just had a good one.
I haven't got a chance to...
Oh, my God. I've seen hydraulics on a lot of stuff, but never on a big-ass van. Like, that's the kind of van you'd think you'd see free candy on the side of.
Probably still is.
And probably. That's hilarious. Look at that thing. Look.
Yeah.
It almost rolls over.
I'm curious to know why it's so dark in here.
I mean, I don't know. Love it. Okay, that was entertaining. Oh, what do we got here? Whoa, did you see that? That dude's like, you're not coming in. Totally one-fingered it right out the door. Oh, my. How would you like to be the guy that's trying to enter a room with somebody that's brave enough to stick their middle finger right out the hole you put in the door? What in the world? Why does he keep leaning back? I wonder if he's got a weapon. What was that? Oh. Is that his hand?
That's a baseball bat or something. Oh, it's that bounty hunter bullshit.
You know what? I get a kick out of watching those guys sometimes. Oh, she just fell through the door. Old girl been drinking. Man down. She's out. That is hilarious. What on earth? Is that a real person? Oh my God. His shirt is like a pic. Oh. He's eating. Oh my. Does this dude just live on hot shit? What's the deal with the WD-40?
I don't know.
I gotta know.
I don't know.
Like he's eating super hot peppers dunked in hot pepper stuff. A bullhorn chili. And some six-eyed scorpion oil. No, are you serious? I've never watched this guy.
Hold on. I gotta put this over here.
Okay. A red chili. And spiced witch chili oil. Does it not affect him? Because the old dude never even really makes a face. Good Lord. His voice is hideous.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? An Amazon death spiral chili? Papa Tone's chili oil.
His insides have got to be fucked.
They've got to be.
Like,
They've got to
look at
be
his
totally
face.
cooked.
Carolina Reaper.
That's a ghost
That's
chili.
a ghost chili.
Ghost pepper. In the scorpion oil. His whole mouth has to feel like lava right now. Either that or he has no taste buds left. There's no. Oh, wow. Oh, he coughed. Okay, so that one was actually hot.
Okay, so that was real. Okay. I don't want to keep watching him. Hey, have you seen this shit?
Dude stealing phones?
Yeah, they fucking go in there and yank the cords out.
Oh my God.
And you know,
Why-
in like California, they can't stop them in they can't stop them in anymore.
Yeah, that's why nobody should live in San Francisco. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? They're pathetic. Matt Rife, I like him. They also say, I've also heard about him, that he's funny, but he's only funny if he's got a good crowd.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, he does all the crowd reactions and stuff. They said if he's got somebody in the crowd that's good to play off of,
Yeah.
he's really good. But when he doesn't have a great crowd, they said he's kind of boring. Who is that?
That's queso.
Queso, as in the cheese? Where do these guys come up with these names? Queso. I mean, I bet when he goes to a Mexican restaurant, he likes
gets a
queso.
100 XL T-shirt.
100 XL T-shirt?
Because everyone says he's fat.
That's a freaking sheet. I didn't know they made 100 XL. That's like off my 600-pound life type shit. What is it? We're too deep, brother.
You need that shirt.
What shirt?
Micro Penis Club President.
Club president? I mean, I'm not only a client, I'm also the president. Or not only a president, I'm also a client.
Have you seen this guy?
No. What the hell?
Watch him. Oh.
That was a good throw. Oh, hit him in the back of the head. Good God. See, that's the funny part. You hear guys talk about that.
Yeah.
When it come to girls back in the day, I learned real quick. You have to be able to sell the product. Like, I mean, honestly, there were so many guys out there that had so much more to offer than me. I either had to be funny, I had to be easy to talk to, or I just had to keep their attention.
I don't want to watch that. I want to watch it.
Oh, trailer. Oh, God. Oh, look at this. He's running two compactors at the same time. Chicken in the concrete. I've never had chicken. Look at that. What on earth? Oh, the whole deck fell. Had one job. Look at how crooked them windows are. Oh, that would give me OCD bad. I don't think the ramps are right height. Is it a freaking water bottle? It is. Don't think he thought that out real good. Don't think the ladder's not meeting the walkway. Handrails. Hell, they forgot to install the rest of the stairs. Dude, some of this has got to be, photoshopped. He said, we'll just make the foam. That would hurt. Yeah. Dude, I watched a guy earlier today that was offshore fishing like that with a little kayak. I can't even keep a thought together. You scrolling through them. I'm trying to. Is this the guy that says, I'll give you $20 if you can drink this whole Pepsi? Oh, no. This dude's looking for money. He's like, I ain't got none. I have to run. He already started eating and drinking it. Ain't like you can return it. What on earth? Go back. She's going to scare the hell out of this guy. I love these, where they just scare people.
The rain fucking picked up outside.
The rain has picked up. Look, he's staring at it like, I'm not sure. She's not answering. Like, surely you would see by the wig.
Yeah, like you'd have to know.
You would have known right then. Look, she's in disbelief that he doesn't know it's her. He hadn't looked at the hands or nothing yet. Oh, there he figured it out. Oh, he peed himself.
Oh.
What on earth in the crackhead have we got going on here? She just walked out in her drawers. Dude, I seen this the other day. Yeah. And the guy said he'd give $50,000 to the person who could guess correctly what that is. Tell me that don't look like a giant dartboard. Sectioned out. They're getting ready to put the cork in it. Whoa. All right, I think we need to try another one of these things.
Yeah, we do.
All right, we're going with this one next just because I've been staring at it, and I love watermelon flavored stuff, and this looks good. If it's half as good as the other ones, it's going to be really good.
Okay.
All right, Beach Days watermelon.
8 guns that have vanished from the market.
8 guns that have vanished from the market? Is that what that said?
Mm-hmm. Number 1 is a Beretta ARX 100.
ARX 100. The only Beretta rifle that I really wish I would have gotten one of, because they're hard to find now, is called the CX4 Storm. It was a 9mm carbine.
Yeah.
Dude, I was totally invested in one of them back in the day and never did get one. And then I bought my Keltec.
Colt Python?
Oh, the Colt Python, yeah. They're vanished from the market because they quit making them.
Watermelon.
They started making them again, but they're not like those.
Watermelon.
It doesn't smell like watermelon, does it?
These taste like fucking pop.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. I'm thinking you had... Ooh, what is that?
Remington 600 rifle.
A 600?
Yeah.
I mean, Remington 700 is probably one of the most popular rifles ever.
Model 94 and hitting the shelves at $100.
Yeah, it's got the full-length wood stock.
It was $100.
$100. And think how much it's probably worth
in
now.
1967.
Think how much it's probably worth now. It doesn't say it. Oh, that's a Colt. Woodsman, yeah. 22. Those were bad dudes. I say that. Go back. Was that a 22 or was that one in 9mm?
22.
Okay, it's the 22. They also made that gun in a 9mm. Heckler & Koch. That's the one I was talking about the other day. The P7. It has that grip safety. You can literally hold that trigger down and squeeze the grip and it will fire. And if you look right at the top of right below the slide, see that button?
Yeah.
That button will that's the mag release. But also that button will push out. And there is a butt stock. that goes on that, and it makes that thing full auto.
Jesus.
That was probably one of the nicest pistols. Probably, let me rephrase that. One of the best built pistols Heckler & Koch ever made.
Really?
That whole gun, most guns, you have stamped parts and then you have machined parts where they take a solid piece of metal and machine the part out.
Yeah.
That whole gun was machined.
Huh.
That whole gun was machined.
Look at that scope.
A Ruger Model 44. It's a 1022 and 44 mag. Shut up. I want one. I don't know how that would. Why would that leave the market? The 1022 is like the most bulletproof.
Wrapped up production on the Model 44 in the late 1980s.
Wow, a deer stalker. Remington 7400. I literally cannot even make this up. There is one in my safe at Dad's.
Might be worth some money.
Oh, it's worth. I guarantee you, it's worth money.
Oh, we need some shoes.
Yeah, some of them fake 511 tactical boots. Smith & Wesson Model 28. What was that bad boy chambered in? 357? Snub nose? It's a 4-inch or a 6-inch barrel.
What's with the shotgun shell?
They just use that to prop it up
Oh.
so it doesn't lay flat on the table.
Oh, that was... oh.
That's wild. Oh.
It's going to be Goucher on vacation.
Don't need it. Hey, I'm not going to be that bad. But I am getting a Speedo.
Are you?
Nope.
Why not?
I mean, I've been thinking about it. Just for the shock factor while we're there, just to walk out one day and have it on and then totally take a pair of shorts down there with me to put on over it because I'm not going to do that in public. Nobody needs to see that, including me. What do we got there? Is that an XD9?
The 15 of the highest quality firearms and how much they are. That's
okay.
A $3,000
So that's a Wilson
pistol?
Combat. Oh, yeah, Wilson Combat's badass anyway. SFX9. Wow. It's a good-looking gun.
For $3,000.
But for $29.95, I'll pass. Wilson Combat does make some really quality guns. A Taurus? GX4? How is that? That's one of the most expensive? It says best value.
No.
Oh.
Highest quality.
Highest quality. Well, I will say that Taurus Millennium G2, I don't know where that sets in the whole gambit of it, but the Millennium G2s are great guns. Very bulletproof too. Weatherby Vanguard, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You gonna buy a bolt action rifle. That's the dude right there.
My dad has a Weatherby 270.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Them Weatherby Vanguards, they're just built right. Oh, Springfield 2020 Waypoint. That's a good-looking gun. That almost looks like an answer to the Ruger Precision 308. Comes with that chassis mount already. Bergara. Yeah, I've seen several of those. I like that stock. It's very comfortable.
It looks like it.
No, with that heavy almost pistol grip and the deep thumb well. Yeah, they're super comfortable. Just the way you hold it, instead of your thumb being wrapped over it, you can tuck it in next. 6 Sour Cross. Look at me squirrel out. God, you got to slow down. I'm having moments
I'm
here.
anxious to see what this is.
I guarantee you that's a Bond Arms. I guarantee you that's a Bond Arms. And I don't know caliber wise. They do have one called the Canon that's 44 or 4570. Yeah, Bond Arms. The backup. 45 ACP. Dude, those little dudes, they're fun to shoot. I shot one in 357 and I shot one in 9mm.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd want to go. I mean, 45 ACP wouldn't be bad. They make them in a 44 mag and a 4570. Yeah. The 4570, I think it's called the Cyclops. It's instead of being a double barrel, it's just a one barrel. Oh, and the barrel is like 5 inches long. But still, a 4570 and a 5-inch barrel, I'm out.
I mean, I'd try it once.
Break my thumb. Ruger 57. I'm just going to say.
It's a 5.7.
I'm just going to say. Is it a 5.7 by 28?
Yeah. It's a
Ruger has improved.
It's a 20 plus 1 round mag.
I'm a Ruger guy when it comes to rifles.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Ruger rifles. And Ruger has improved on their pistols.
Mhm.
But back in the day, judge me if you want, I don't even care. That Ruger P89 and the P95, you could sooner throw that son of a bitch at somebody than hit him with it.
Really?
The worst. In my mind, they were almost High Point quality. And High Point was about as shit as you could get. They're like a giant lead paperweight, looked like something off of RoboCop that didn't shoot good. The P89 and the P95 were the same way. That may be, actually, I think I've shot one of those. The 5.7x28 Rugers. I know the SIG 5.7x28. I really like it. But that 5.7x28, I'm not convinced on that round yet. $32.95. That's a Wilson Combat. I wish they'd show a Wilson Combat pistol on here. You'd puke. Oh no, what we got there? Wilson Combat AR-15. Yeah, buddy. They built some Lamborghinis of guns for sure. That's a pistol too. Ooh, what does it say? My sense of humor may hurt your feelings. I suggest that's very true. Very true.
We've seen that one before.
Daniel Defense. Is it?
What is that?
I don't know what I need. I need one.
Tactical.
LaRue Tactical makes some really nice stuff.
$3,000.
Yeah. But I mean, you get into these.
Rock River Arms.
Rock River Arms are great guns too. But you only get what you pay for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, guns are like cars. Oh. What does that say? No trespassing? We're tired of. Yeah, no shit. We're tired of digging holes.
You got your Beretta.
Yeah.
I mean,
great
whatever.
guns.
And then there's this.
What in the space shit is that?
15 plus round.
Oh, it's a IWI
shotgun.
Travar. I've actually heard of them. I don't know that I've ever seen that one. TS-12 Bullpup. But them IWIs, Tavars, are great guns. High quality gun criteria?
Oh, it's just happens on the patio.
Okay.
Stays on the patio.
Unless you're living in town, and then what happens on the patio may be the neighbors.
Oh, God. Look at that.
What on earth is that?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Ah.
Glasses that magnify.
Yeah, you need some of them.
How you can win the lottery over and over and over.
Yeah. If that was true, everybody be doing it. That's cool. Drone.
That's
What on earth is that?
It pulls out your hairs.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's painless. God. That makes me hurt thinking about it.
Okay, I don't know if these are legit or not. Coffee trick. Simple coffee trick. Triggers 24/7. Fat bar. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
if it worked, everybody be doing it. Oh, we're going to shave with a spoon now?
No, it's a tinnitus relief.
Oh, I have heard of that.
The camera?
Yeah. Little surveillance
Just fucking
cameras.
stick it out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because we're going to go stick it on a light pole so we can watch people randomly walk down the sidewalk. What is that?
Any device creates a Wi-Fi network wherever you go. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well,
I find
after
that
watching that
believe.
dude on
there you
Sean
go.
Ryan, I don't want a Wi-Fi network everywhere I can go.
These are just dumb. These are dumb things. The fuck? That's a camera.
That is cool. I've seen those, and they actually do work pretty good.
Really?
They just screw into a light bulb socket. Wow. That looks painful.
All right. It's a fucking thing that picks up electronics in a hotel room.
Huh.
Everybody knows they're staring at you.
I got to be honest. I hope there's cameras in the hotel we're staying at this weekend. I'm going to walk around and just mortify the hell out of whoever's watching the camera.
Well, easy.
Easy. About took out the wood duck.
Oh, shit.
You're yawning, so that must mean we're getting close.
No, it's almost your fucking bedtime.
We got one
man.
more.
No. Oh, yeah, we got one more drink to go.
We got one more
drink to
one
go.
more flavor to try here.
I need these because I'm working on a series of all this.
Well, I don't need the calories, but we're apparently getting some tonight.
Dude, you ate 10 fucking fortune cookies at work the other day.
I ate 7, thank you.
That was Gavin that ate 10. Those are 100 calories
Gavin
a
ate
piece.
12.
Those are 104 calories a piece.
They were 107 because I had a stroke right after I read it. I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But they were good.
What's this one?
This one is, you were right, it's blue raspberry.
Oh boy.
I just seen all the berries on it and thought it was like something else.
Oh,
and
it's blue.
It's a hint of blue. Once again, these are not good for us.
These are what you gave your kids at the late to go to bed early.
Oh, you're asking for child services to come to your house. He's like, I only give them 3 shots of vodka apiece.
It's fucking better than when like our parents used to give us nighttime medicine and it was NyQuil.
I never got that. My dad just go, it's time for you to go to bed.
Ooh,
And you went.
that smells like blue raspberry.
Probably like a rocket pop.
Those are the Smirnoff ones, and those are my kryptonite.
These things are so good. I shouldn't have bought this. Not promoting it. But loving it.
I am.
Oh, wow, that smells good, too. Okay. This might quite possibly be my favorite. If it tastes like it smells.
Tastes like blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
Oh, my God. With fizz.
Yeah.
That. Okay, so the drunk in me is just going to say this. It's 5% alcohol by volume, so it's basically like drinking a beer. But boy, you could spike these up with some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Add
gosh.
some more vodka to it, or...
I'm thinking with that blue raspberry, you know what'd be really good?
What?
A little coconut rum.
You know what would be really good? Some Coke.
Coconut rum.
The way you said coconut was so slow. You're like, coconut.
Coconut rum. Yeah. The bartender in me, that watermelon one, you do that with a little watermelon pucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to add a little kick to it.
Right?
Be really good. The lemon, okay, I'm going to say the lemon was my least favorite.
Yeah. If I had to
but
go...
it wasn't bad.
It would be blue raspberry, peach, watermelon, lemon.
See, I'm watermelon. No, that blue raspberry's good.
Actually, I would go... I mean, the watermelon tasted like the watermelon. Like, do you remember the Best Choice pop?
Loved it. Loved it.
That's all our parents bought us.
Loved it. We had Always Save pop sometimes.
Well,
you ever
went to the
notice?
grocery store
Did you know
before.
Always Save made cigarettes? Not even gonna lie. One of my buddies. If you ever watch this, you'll know I'm talking about you. So back in the day when we weren't old enough to buy smokes, we would be playing. This was a while ago because we were playing Sega Genesis in his room.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I kind of want a cigarette. And he's like, well, I could go steal some of my dad's. He comes back, dude, and that box is bright yellow and says Always Save across it. And I'm like, are you sure those are cigarettes? And he goes, yeah, Dad smokes them all the time. I'm like, all right, let me try one. That was the hardest thing I've ever choked down in my whole life. Like, Always Save, their mac and cheese was okay. And their chips were all right. And their pop was even all right. Their cigarettes were horrible. Like, them and Best Choice, they should stay out of the cigarette game. But they didn't. They got in it.
Well, I
Like,
think everybody did back then.
They had to get their hands in everything.
There's probably a Walmart brand.
No, that was before Walmart was big.
Oh yeah.
That was when Walmart was still in the old building behind
Back when you
Walgreens.
thought you were cool and you had a super center and like it actually
Oh
meant something.
man, when we first got a super center
Oh,
in
God.
town, I was like, we are there. And I think back about that, like where Tractor Supply is now.
Yeah.
That being Walmart,
Oh, it's weird.
and they still had the turntable with the guns in it, and
Yeah.
you go in there and just sit and
Spin
roll it,
around.
and you're like, oh, I want one of them. I want one of them. Even at 15 years old, I was a gun freak.
Yeah.
So I had no delusion that it would ever go away. And that's probably why my safes are full and I got guns running around everywhere. I just like them. The whole idea of being able to shoot something. No, not people. I mean, but yeah, if it need be, you bet your ass. But just be able to shoot stuff.
Right.
I've always been infatuated with it.
It's relaxing.
To me, it is. It's like therapy.
You
And
just go out and mag dump a bunch of shit or see how close you can get your patterns on 250, 300, 400 yards. Just see.
I will say, I was never that guy.
What?
The whole, you have all different kinds of shooters. I was never that guy that wanted to see how far away I could sit and hit something.
I just want to be able to say I did it.
Oh yeah, I mean now,
Like when I get my AR all put together, I want to see how far it will go.
yeah, and we got. I mean, we could go out. We go out to Timber Hills. He's got a 1,000-yard range.
Yeah, I want to see
So
how far.
You could try.
I like. Can I? I don't. I'm not saying I can, but can I hit a 1,000-yard target?
You're going to be shooting an arch with a 308.
I mean,
that bad boy going to look like St. Louis Arch by the time it gets there, but you can do it.
People say you can have certain ammo made to where like they can shoot farther and like they're a lighter bullet but more, whatever.
Oh, you can do accelerator rounds. You can load your own. Come up with your own loads.
But I mean, like, I want to see how far that AR could.
How
shoot.
far is too far?
Yeah, because you never know when shit hits the fan. I might have to. Might be one of those.
Back in the day, well, even now. I mean, long range is cool.
God, that hurt.
It's cool. And I like watching guys shoot.
Tastes like fucking chicken Alfredo.
I like watching that TV show, Long Range Pursuit.
Never seen it.
Dude, they don't shoot anything under 500 yards.
Really?
Yeah, I watched them shoot a coyote the other
What
night.
is your
At
standard
1,200
range?
1,250 yards, they shot a coyote.
Really?
Yeah. Those are big drops.
Uh-huh.
It's not raining as hard, but those are big drops.
What is your standard 308 range?
I mean, I couldn't put a number on it. I can tell you I'm not going to shoot over 300. Just because I know my gun.
Well, like I seen a video where like there was a guy that had an AR-10, not my brand, but it looked similar to mine.
Right.
And then they had the 300 Win Mag version.
Oh, now 300 Win Mag's a whole different demon.
Well, yeah, but they were doing like a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
And they said under like 100, 150, 100 yards, the 308 excels more than the 300 Win
Absolutely.
Mag does. But once you get past, it was like 400.
300.
Yeah, 300 to 400 yard range. That's when the 300 Win Mag excels.
Yeah, because the 308. So when I sighted my Ruger Precision in, I sighted it in originally with 150 grain bullet.
Yeah.
And I put it an inch high at 100 yards. Because with the ballistics that I'm shooting, if it's an inch high at 100 yards, it's dead on at 300.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still climbing at 300. But at 400, it's 4.5 inches low.
That makes no sense.
Because the way that bullet comes out, it's climbing up until 300 yards. But at 300 yards, it just falls on its face and starts dropping.
Yeah.
So you can load more powder, drop the grain weight on the bullet, and you can still be climbing at 400.
What about 5? You're gonna drop.
But something I just don't understand it. And I mean, the 308 was the sniper rifle for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It was everybody's go-to in the military, everywhere. That was the gun.
Yeah.
When they come out with like the 300 Win Mag and the 338 Lapua and some of the smoking fast
fucking
ones.
Lapuas are nuts.
Oh, they're crazy. 1,000 yards. If you know what your gun and you know what you're doing, 1,000 yards is attainable every day, all day long with a 338 Lapua. All day.
Yeah.
And I don't know what those guys were shooting. They shoot Gunworks guns. Shout out to them. You want to build me a gun? I'm all for it. They're badass precision rifles. But those guys on Long Range Pursuit, they're shooting. I watched them shoot a coyote at 1,250 yards.
Yeah.
A coyote. That's literally a 12-inch by 10-inch
what was that
square you've got to hit.
Of a dude shooting, and it was like, what was it?
I watched him shoot an elk at over 1,500 yards.
Well, no, it was that guy that was shooting something. And he shot 2,000 yards, and he shot, waited, he shot. He was laying down prone, and he shot. He was shooting a metal target at like 2,000 yards.
Right.
Waited because they had like a microphone or something down there.
That was a 416 Rigby.
And he's like sitting there waiting, and then you just hear ping.
Yeah.
It was like a 5-second delay.
8 second.
Yeah.
8 second travel from muzzle to target.
Yeah.
It was 8. I don't remember the yardage, but it was like 8.2 seconds. But it was out of a 416 Rigby, and he shot 8 second travel time and hit a 12 by 12 steel target.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's like
that's
that
badass.
dude you watched on the Sean Ryan show, that Canadian guy, that badass dude.
Yeah, that had the long range record.
And he was like, whenever you'd shoot, and even a 50 cal, at like, what was it, like a mile and a half?
Yeah,
or
it was ridiculous.
And he was like, who could shoot, set the gun down, take a drag of your cigarette, and then they'd fall over.
So
And I'm like, what the fuck?
when I was shooting action pistol matches, I went with a buddy of mine. His dad also shot with us, and his dad was in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And he told us, and take it for whatever it is. It may have been just an old war story. It could have been real. But I was 21 years old and like a kid on Christmas morning, laying on the floor, hands on the arms, listening to him talk. He said they come up on a guy in Vietnam, and he was wearing a Hawaiian print shirt and a pair of cami pants and sitting in a lawn chair drinking a beer, a hot beer at that. And he goes, his spotter's sitting down in front of a spotting scope, and he goes, oh, we've got one. He gets up out of this chair, goes and lays down on his pad, and they're talking back and forth, and he's tuning this bad boy in. And he's like, he said, the guy said, send it. He shoots. He gets up off his stomach, goes back over, sits down in his chair, and as he reaches for the beer he was drinking, the spotter goes, got him.
That's
Like,
nuts.
I don't know how far that was.
That's fucking nuts.
But if you've got time to get up off the ground and go sit back down in a lawn chair,
yeah,
and take and get your hand on your drink before the bullet hits, that's a long ways.
it fucking intrigues me though.
Yeah, if
Like,
guys that can
There's
do
a lot
that,
of math in that.
there's a shit ton of math.
Yeah.
And there's a shit ton of Mother Nature.
Oh yeah.
Because
You got
if there's wind and then
fucking-
rain and humidity
Yeah.
and the Coriolis effect, when you're shooting that far, you have to take into consideration the curvature of the earth.
Earth's flat.
Yeah. It's not. It's not. No flat Earth here.
I just had to say that. It's a fucking dome, and we're in a simulation, people. Someone's up there pushing buttons. Yeah. Let me get my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, you sound like the Twilight Zone. You've never even were you old enough to watch that?
I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Back in the day, the Twilight Zone. That I hear that song that do 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 do.
I think
You have just entered a
I
dimension.
think my
of-
mom's seen it. or
Oh my
watched
God,
it.
yeah, I'm sure your mom watched it.
That like unsolved
Yeah.
mysteries and
No,
shit.
no, the Twilight Zone was completely different. It was on like PBS, and it was like
PBS.
it was like a
That's still a fucking channel.
yeah, I think so.
Really?
I mean, I don't watch it, but I think so.
Yeah.
That was where Sesame Street and all that good stuff was on. Mr. Rogers.
Oh God.
But yeah, the Twilight Zone, man, that was the thing back in the day. See, this is the cool part about this podcast. The generational gap on certain things.
Well, so what reminds me about this podcast is you see those dudes on TikTok and they're like, you know, everybody like tries to work with their friends and have a good time, and he's like, but I work with a fucking guy that's like twice my age, but he's funnier than fuck, and he ain't scared to tell you how he feels.
Exactly. Gen X. All the way, baby.
What the fuck did she say?
I seen a deal the other day, a TikTok, something about they said, why does Gen X fly under the radar? And it instantly cut to this dude, and he goes, because you don't want none. And he just sat there and stared at the camera, and I'm like, true story. They talk about Gen Z and millennials and all these different ones, and he's like,
sent me one of these tattoos.
who did?
Small lady.
A tattoo?
It's one of them where they black out your arm first.
Oh, blackout tattoo, and then go back through and put. Dude, I saw that one the other day, that exact one.
Dude, I feel like that would hurt.
Oh, well, the blacking out would hurt. They're
Well,
using
but
like
then
300 or 400 needles.
I think they don't wait very long after they do it. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to wait like
No,
a week
they
or
have to
two.
wait. No, they have to wait till that black heals, because if not, your skin will just tear. But once that black heals, then they go back in with color and with highlights.
It looks fucking amazing.
Insane cool.
But I feel like how's that gonna fade?
Oh, it probably won't wear well.
Yeah. Especially if you're outside a lot. and the
But
sun
people
hits it.
that's got, I mean, honestly, let's get real. If you've got a whole
wonder
black
how much
arm
more
from
that-
your armpit to your wrist,
Oh yeah.
do you really care?
No.
Obviously,
and I've
you don't
seen those
care.
things they make now for people who have sleeves like those, and they rub that shit on there. It's supposed to protect it from the UV rays, so it
Right,
doesn't allow your
right.
tattoo to fade as
I mean,
much.
even celebrities now, like Kat Von D.
Yeah.
She's blacking out her whole arm.
Yeah.
And going back in with white and lighter colors and putting this filigree looking color on there to make her arm look like a piece of lace.
I saw a tattoo the other day, and I don't know if it was real, but it was a tattoo the other day that a dude blacked out his fucking arm, and they went back there with glow in the dark ink.
Yeah.
And he would turn the lights off, and it'd fucking glow. And I'm like,
Yeah.
was that safe?
But what? It's not even is it safe. Where are you going to go other than a gentleman's club,
Like a nightclub, yeah.
or a strip club? Where are you going to go that you're ever going to see that under a black light?
Right? Yeah, you have your
Unless
whole
you're a
house full of black
DJ
lights.
at some rave in some techno bar every night. What is the point in having glow in the dark ink in your system? I have seen back in the day people would do because glow in the dark ink doesn't show up in normal light. It's
No.
like almost non-existent.
If I never do this, there we go.
I've seen people get face tattoos with glow in the dark ink. So the only time you see them is under a black light.
Huh.
Yeah. So they can walk around looking totally normal and then
I feel
walk
like you
in.
still have the scar tissue.
I mean, you still faintly can see it.
Yeah.
Mostly it was women that I saw on this video. They'd get glow in the dark tattoos, and then they were working girls, if that says anything. There was a poll in their future. But they would, during the day, they looked totally normal.
But at
They
night,
go into the club, and the black lights hit, and you could see the glow in the dark tattoos.
Huh.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool if that's what you're into. I am 100% that guy. It took a lot out of me to go that far. Like, that was a commitment for me to do my hand. I
feel
cannot imagine doing a
I would
face
try,
tattoo.
I would try the whole blacked out from wrist to elbow. I would but I feel like if you did from wrist to elbow, you'd have to go from elbow up to make it match. I feel like you're gonna have this cutoff point.
I mean, there's trends. I've noticed that. Back when I first started getting tattoos, they were unacceptable.
oh yeah,
Unacceptable. You were automatically a convict or a white trash piece of shit or whatever if you had a tattoo. Then they became acceptable, and everybody's like, wow, they're cool. Then you started seeing doctors. I'll never forget it. Back when the internet really first started picking up, and you watch these videos on Facebook, and it's a doctor in scrubs, and he just did heart surgery, and then you see him cleaning up afterwards, and the dude's sleeved out, and you're like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
Now tattoos are
think in
100%
healthcare-
acceptable.
I think in healthcare, depending on what the tattoos are, if it's got fucking Satan shit and stuff on it, I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
have to cover them up. But I still believe some hospitals. I've seen when we went to Children's Mercy and stuff. I did see some nurses that had sleeves,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did see some nurses who had the black bands on that went from went from here
That
to
covered
here.
them up.
Or they wear long sleeve shirts, and whenever they'd scoot up, you'd see tattoos. And I'm like, she
Yeah.
probably has shit on there that they don't want her to show.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I mean,
yeah,
that's okay. I understand that part.
me too.
But I mean, if you got a fucking whole flower design thing, that's fucking just.
But
just let that shit show.
I'm serious. When I first started getting tattoos, I literally had a lady ask me, or she didn't really ask me. She just made a statement, something about prison tattoos.
Yeah.
Instantly got pissed. I'm like, you fucking bitch. How dare you?
Yeah.
I have more money in my arm than you have in your whole freaking vehicle you're driving.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Well, that's my back tattoo. I was wearing a cutoff T-shirt, and it kind of showed the top part where the letters are.
Right.
And there was a lady in Walmart that called me out for having my tattoo done. Because before I got my arms done, you could only see my, I had one on my chest, my rib cage, and my back. And she started saying tattoos are for sinners and yada yada yada. And when I pulled my shirt up, I was like, no, this is for my son that died. And it's a massive cross. And
Right.
she's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, you shouldn't judge people because of tattoos. I get tattoos and they have meanings behind them. I mean, I
get tattoos because they're cool.
I do think in the future I'll have a few random ones.
I have some that have meaning to them.
Yeah.
I do. I have one on my chest that my daughter drew.
Yeah.
It's not the prettiest thing in the world. I don't even care.
Yeah.
She drew it. It's her signature, her name.
Yeah.
She drew her name. And this heart, it's like a sacred heart. She drew the whole thing. I got it tattooed on me.
Mm-hmm.
I have my son's name on me. I mean, I have random stuff.
It's I have a matching tattoo with my brother.
But at the end of the day, where I was going is they're accepted now.
Yeah.
They're more accepted.
They never used to be.
The problem
To
I
an
have
extent,
the
though,
problem I have with it is I feel, and I shouldn't be that way, but I feel like the
He's so
people.
emotional.
No, I feel like the people that used to judge me, I feel like them now. Because I mean, yeah, I got the back of my hand done. I think the ones on the neck and the face,
I will say some neck tattoos look fucking cool.
some on the girls,
Yes.
like where they get their whole throat done, some of that looks cool.
Or the fucking leg sleeves.
But the face, I can't get on board with it.
No.
I can't.
No.
I can't. And for a woman, it's not as bad because they can put makeup on. You never know they're there.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But for a man to go and get all this, like, look at Jelly Roll. Great guy. Great human.
Post Malone.
Love his music. Post Malone, same way. Like his music. Seems like a genuine good person.
Tattoos.
All I can think is you can never cover that up.
Yeah.
They're not going to wear makeup.
Dude getting a huge tattoo removed off of his face and was getting that fucking laser removal shit.
Tattoo removal hurts
and
30 times as bad as getting the tattoo.
The way it's scarred.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like, you're still going to know it's
there.
Like, it's
always
always going to be there.
That's the one thing. Tattoos are like concrete. They're permanent.
Oh, yeah.
They're there. If you're going to regret it, the only thing you can do is cover it up with something else. But it's not going away. Even if you have the tattoo removal, most of the time that takes anywhere from 8 to 10 sessions to completely. Black is the easiest ink to get rid of.
Yeah.
I just learned this the other day. Black is the easiest ink to get rid of because black reacts to every color phase. The hardest colors to get rid of are green and blue. Because the only thing that cancels out green and blue light is green and blue. So, like the water I have on my arm with Dylan's name, I mean, not that I'm ever going to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I love my tattoos. They're going to age with me.
The cool thing with that black tattoo thing that she just showed me, like that would be one way to cover shit up.
Yeah. If you had
have someone like for like that,
that's exactly where it started.
Just have someone come from here to here and just fucking black.
That's where the blacked out. That's where the blacked out sleeves started from. Guys that went into prison didn't have a choice. Had to join a gang. Got undesirable, very racial, very shitty tattoos done on them. They come out and they're like, "What do I do? I can't afford to go have laser removal. How do I get rid of this? Let's just black it out."
Yeah,
so they black out their whole arm.
We'll go over with some white and some other.
I went to school. I went to school with a guy that got some less than desirable tattoos.
Yeah.
At the time in his life, he didn't have a choice. He was doing a 12-year sentence in prison. You got to pick a side.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not pretty. It's not what you want to do, but you have to if you want to live. He did it to live. He got out. The first thing he did was went to every tattoo shop he could find, and he was like, "Can you cover this up? Get rid of it. I don't want it on me because everybody in the world is going to judge me for what this says." So he got it covered up. He didn't have to black his out. He got lucky that it was done with like some
dude. I want to try one of them
shitty ass
like the way they did the Samoan ones.
That's where the name comes from, Tatau.
Like where they fucking hit it with a deal and they fucking. I heard that's
a boar's tusk,
painful.
Boar's tusk and a mallet. Yeah,
I heard that's fucking painful.
Oh, they say it's the absolute worst.
Yeah,
that and the push tattoos like the Polynesians do with just the rod and they set and push it.
Mm-hmm.
They said they're horrible.
Yeah,
and like the Polynesians do the face tattoos.
If you could survive that, I don't think anything would be an issue.
Oh, I mean, I could do it. I just don't know that I necessarily want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, tattoos are just like anything else. They went through a fad. They went through phases. I mean, I was in the tribal phase. Remember back in the day when tribal tattoos were cool?
They have the tribal things wrapped around.
Yeah, got them all over me.
Yeah,
that was the cool thing to do.
Yeah,
and it was mainly because of the movie From Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney.
Oh yeah,
have you seen it?
No.
Where they go to the strip club in Mexico and they're running. Him and Quentin Tarantino, they just robbed a bank and they got all this money. They walk into this strip club, and after dark, all of the strippers and everybody that works in there turns into vampires. And George Clooney's wearing a wife beater, and he's got this tribal sleeve that goes from his wrist all the way up his arm, completely around, and up on his neck. If you have not seen that movie, you need to go home and watch it. It is insane good.
Okay.
I've probably seen it 30 times. From Dusk Till Dawn. You got to watch the first one before you watch the second one. But that kind of kick-started in the 90s when that movie came out. That kick-started the tribal, and everybody there's a couple of guys in town. One of them I'm pretty good buddies with that has a full tribal sleeve. Actually, I know of 3 in town that have full tribal sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
They look cool. To me, now everybody looks at them and they're like, oh my God, we know how old you are. We know what era you were in. You were in the tribal era. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
I have one on my arm right now that I got done in Phoenix, Arizona. This one right here.
Yeah.
I got it done with 2 of my buddies. We went out to Phoenix to MMI. My buddy went to Harley Mechanic School out there. This will tell you a good friend from a good friend that wants to make fun of you. They sat right there with me, watch me pick it out. They're like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Get it. It was my second tattoo ever. It wasn't until I got it done and we got out in the car and he looked at me and he goes, you know, if you put a belly and feet on that, it looks like a tribal chicken. I said, excuse me? I can't see it any other way. You look at this and tell me. So back here's the beak.
Yeah.
And the tail feathers. Put a belly on that and some feet. You put a belly on it and feet, that's a tribal chicken. I can't even see it as anything other than a tribal chicken now. And I've had it for the better part of 20 years.
You're like, I regret it.
No, I don't regret it because it's a great story.
Yeah.
And we had a great time.
Duck.
You got to quit beating up on the wood duck.
Okay. All right. You got anything else on your mind?
I mean, I got all kinds of stuff on my mind, but nobody wants to hear it.
Not your plans for the weekend. I don't need to hear all that.
Oh, my plans for the weekend are going to be great.
Yeah.
They're going to be fun. I'm going to struggle my way through tomorrow, get my 8 hours put in, and going to have a good long weekend and a good relaxing weekend.
I have a family reunion. So dumb.
I don't ever really go to family reunions.
I don't either, but my brother's going, so if Jake goes, I usually go.
I look at it as if that part of the family that I'm reuniting with, because that's essentially what a family reunion means, right?
You know, it's my dad's idea.
I got to be honest. If I haven't talked to you in a year,
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
If you don't go out of your way to talk to me, there's probably not a whole lot to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, hope everybody has a fun weekend.
I hope you all have a great weekend.
Supposed to rain here all weekend.
I'm gonna be in the city. I don't care.
We're out.
Yeah, this was kind of a boring episode. Sorry for that.
We didn't have anything. Nothing.
We had
usually we come up with shit like
we have all kinds of stuff usually to talk about.
as soon as the camera goes on. We just
but we
start
did this a
rambling,
day
but-
early.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it all day. We're like, do we really have anything to talk about? We got to shoot today.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, it's content. Come hang out.
True.
Listen to us ramble. Talk about bullshit. That's what the show's called. Shooting the shit. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. So.
And thank you to everybody. Like the whole subscribers and the video views and everything have gotten a ton better.
Uh-huh.
They're growing. The shorts are doing great. Yeah, thanks for everything. Soon as we get to a certain level and a certain size, we're gonna start giving out free shit. I can't wait for that day.
Right.
If we could get to that point where this blows up and becomes big enough, I'm gonna be the happiest camper on the planet to start going, hey, this is what you got to do. I might make you jump through some hoops, but I'm gonna hand out some free shit.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
I gotta pee.
Got to go shake hands with a short friend.
I do.
All right.
So we're gonna call it there.
Peace
See
out.
you
God
guys
bless.
Later.